Grace Casin, UNTV News and Rescue, Camp Crame.
Next on Y News. The body of the 10-year-old girl who went missing after falling into Pasig River has been found.
And the Mining Industry Coordinating Council, or MICC, lays out final procedures for the review of DENR's mining audit report.
Y News will be right back. The body of the 10-year-old girl who went missing after falling into Pasig River has been found. Aiko Miguel will tell us why.
The Philippine Coast Guard's search and rescue team has finally found the body of 10-year-old Giselle Vien Pilande, who fell into the Pasig River last Wednesday. PCG says the body of the 10-year-old was found floating in the part of Pasig River at the Valenzuela Ferry Station.
While conducting yung surface search, tumawag yung isang barge na inalarm din natin kahapon. Pinuntahan agad ng ating mga rescue teams at na-confirm na meron ng floating cadaver.
PCG immediately called the mother of the child, Ruth Nazario, to confirm if the remains are of her daughter. PCG says the divers had difficulty searching for the body of Giselle because aside from the 20 to 25 feet depth of the river, the water current was also strong.
Medyo tumabi na po siya sa pampang at sumabit kasi sa mga water lilies, no? Marami kasing water lily diyan, nahirapan nga ang ating mga rescuers kumuha, mag-retrieve.
The PCG calls on the public to immediately report to PCG Action Center hotline any incidents such as drowning. Meanwhile, the remains of Giselle will be laid at her home in Poblacion, Makati. Authorities call on parents to watch their children closely, especially those living near rivers, to avoid similar incidents from happening again. Aiko Miguel, UNTV News and Rescue, Makati City.
Respondents in the floating Shabu Lab case in Subic, Zambales are given 15 days to file and submit their formal offer of exhibit. John Anna will tell us why.
The bail hearing of the 4 Hong Kong nationals caught with illegal drugs at a suspected floating Shabu laboratory in Subic, Zambales last July 11, 2016 is still ongoing. It was in September when the accused filed a petition to post bail. The prosecution team has just finished earlier the presentation of its last witness, who was part of the team that conducted surveillance on the said boat.
Pinakalaman nung testimony niya ay tungkol sa yun nga pagbibigay ng mission order sa kanya, yung surveillance na ginawa nila prior to the alleged operation.
The respondents are given 15 days to file and submit their formal offer of exhibit. Meanwhile, the next hearing will be held on May 5, wherein the defense is expected to present 3 witnesses.
So kami naman yung magpepresenta ng ebidensya namin para lang dito sa bail hearings.
Attorney Infante also says the relatives of the accused are growing impatient due to the slow pace of the resolution of the case. Joan Nano, UNTV News and Rescue, Philippines.
The Mining Industry Coordinating Council is now preparing for the review of DENR's mining audit report. Ray Palayo will tell us why.
The Mining Industry Coordinating Council has crafted the procedure that they are going to follow in reviewing the result of the mines audit of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Experts from different professions will now be recruited by the Mining Industry Coordinating Council, or MICC, to form 5 technical review teams. They shall look at the technical, legal, social, environmental, and economic aspects of the mining operations under the order of DNR. They will conduct an objective, fact-finding and science-based review of the existing mining operations limited to the 28 mining operations that were recommended by the DNR for closure and suspension.
We will start with the documents that we have already, okay? They will review the contract, and then they will check the past reports where there were violations of the contracts or not. And then they will also go and inspect in the field.
This time, the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, or ULAP, will be consulted on the effect of the closure to local governments. ULAP Vice Chairman Antonio Albano said they know how the DNR's decision will affect their provinces like the Dinagat Island.
If you close most of the mines that are in Dinagat Islands, the income that will be taken out will be 20 million pesos, and so their classification as a province is impaired, and they might be reverted back to Surigao.
Albano said they were not consulted by the mines audit conducted by the DNR. But Yusek Ipat Luna says,
specific local government officials were consulted. She called several of them. I don't know if she called all that are going to be affected, and if I may take a guess, it might be because of perceived conflict of interest.
this is the first time that the MICC will conduct the review, which will cost the government 50 million pesos. The review should be completed in 3 months, and recommendations will be submitted to President Rodrigo Duterte. Ray Pilayo, UNTV News and Rescue, Pasay City.
Importers warned that the cost of rice might increase should rice importation remain delayed. Mong will tell us why.
The cost of rice might soon increase in the following days if the farmers' importation of rice will continue to be delayed. Currently, the Philippines is suffering from rice shortage, prompting the need to import the basic commodities from other countries. Usually, price increases when demand rises and supply decreases.
Kung hindi po niyan makarating, maaring tataas yung bigas natin sa merkado. So pag tumaas naman ang bigas natin sa merkado, aaray naman ang mga magsasaka natin. Ngayon kung tumaas yun, siyempre yung inipay na naman, naghihingi naman ng importation through G2G, government to government. So sila ngayon ang mag-i-import.
Stakeholders say the total amount they import costs 6 billion pesos, the same amount they stand to lose.
So maghahanda lang ho ng mga papeles, mga requirements para makakwalify, ay malaki na po ang gastos. Lahat ng mga lisensya, malaki hong kalugian kung sakaling hindi ho maparating yung mga bigas.
A memorandum was issued by the National Food Authority imposing a deadline to all imported rice until February 28. Because of this, all imported rice that will not arrive beyond the said date will no longer be accepted. In case it arrives, the Bureau of Customs will hold the rice based on the memorandum of the NFA. Among the reasons why importers failed to meet the deadline are the successive holidays in the countries where it was imported from, like Thailand, Vietnam, India, and Pakistan. 2 of the 5 shipping lines that import rice also backed out, and the additional requirements asked by the NFA from importers. Currently, the NFA is requesting to import 1 million metric tons of rice. Cooperatives will send a manifest paper to President Duterte to report the uncooperative acts of the present administrator. Mong, UNTV News and Rescue, Quezon City.
The Philippine government is optimistic that more investments and thousands of job opportunities will enter the country as the Philippines and Russia strengthen their ties. John Ana will tell us why.
President Rodrigo Duterte is set to visit Russia on May 25, 2017. On the said foreign visit, different agreements are expected to be signed that will enhance the relationship of Philippines and Russia. Among these are the developments in the educational system as well as strengthening the defense security of their country. Other deals also expected to be tackled during the bilateral talks are the increase in investments, the creation of thousands of job opportunities, and exporting the agricultural products of the country. According to Russian ambassador to the Philippines, Igor Anatolevich-Kovaev, house helper is considered as the most in demand for Filipinos in Russia. Aside from being hardworking, Russians are also admiring Filipinos because of their ability to speak and understand English language.
That's a great potential for our cooperation in this field. So it's time for interested people. Philippine housemates are becoming more and more popular in Russia because they not only hardworking and law-abiding, but they also are able to teach children English language.
Apart from house helpers, Russia is also in need of construction workers, skilled engineers, as well as health professionals. The Russian ambassador said that it is too early to identify the things that the Russian government will offer to the Philippines, but he assures that their government is serious in helping our country to strengthen the relationship of the two countries.
Our intentions are serious and responsible. We are interested in a comprehensive cooperation with your country.
Joanano, UNTV News and Rescue, Makati City.